Welcome to Channel Mastery. It's a podcast where we dive into the minds of leaders in in channel sales. And really what we're trying to do here is trying to uncover their secrets to success. We're going to have some really impactful and insightful discussions, all in 5 minutes or less. That's the key. So let's go. So today's guest is Ryan Blair from Telesystem. Ryan, great to have you.
Thank you, Ira.
Awesome. So Ryan, tell us a little bit about your background here.
Sure. Yeah. So I got into the industry my last year of college, actually. I studied at Temple University's business school, had an internship with a cloud computing company. Following graduation, I started at Telesystem. I've been with Telesystem for a little over 6 years now. I have slowly grown through the organization. Started in the back office sales department, worked on proposals, contracts, things of that nature. And with great leaders and mentors, they've helped me get to where I am today.
Awesome. That's great. So, really what we want to talk about today is, in your estimation, what makes you a great channel manager? And alongside of that, what can other people learn that can make them a great channel manager? When I say great, I'm talking about top 1%, right? I want to know, like, deep inside, like, what are the key things that are important to you? So we're going to do this in 5 minutes or less. I'm going to start my timer here and we're going to go, Ryan. I'm going to let you go ahead and answer that question.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think it's a very loaded question. I don't think it's one thing that a channel manager can do to be successful, but it's stacking multiple things on top of each other and taking those right steps day in and day out, which will propel the growth. One key that I like to note is responsiveness. There's nothing worse than an unresponsive channel manager. You have partners reaching out to you, wanting to sell your services potentially, and if you're not responding to them, you are never going to win business with them or earn their trust or their partnership. Segueing into that, partnerships. Having that relationship and that partnership with your agents or whoever it may be, with the client, is extremely important. People buy from people they like. We're all selling widgets, but if the person with the shiniest widget is difficult to work with, they're going to go with the next best option. And being responsive, being accountable, and putting your best foot forward at all times and taking those steps, I think, is what really will separate a good channel manager from a great channel manager.
That's interesting. I mean, you hit on a couple of really important things there. I think responsiveness is I think people don't think about it sometimes, about how important it is to be responsive. I mean, whether you like it or not, the U.S. has become, and the world really has become, a fast food society.
Yep.
Like, they want it 5 minutes ago. Even if they're late bringing it to you, They want it 5 minutes ago. And it comes down to, like, when you go through a drive-through at a fast food joint, they always have a timer in the window, right? Yep. They want to get your food out within a minute and a half because that's kind of what we've expected. And I think that is the kiss of death for a channel manager. Like, if you can't respond quickly and accurately, you're probably not going to get another opportunity because they're just going to move on to somebody else, right?
Exactly. And I find that very true, especially with newer partners that you don't necessarily have that relationship with. Getting in front of them first with your proposal, best foot forward, good numbers, accurate, that's always important. But getting in front of them first gives you that mind share. And then that feedback cycle and the follow-up cycle that we all go through during the normal sales process, my next time reaching out to that partner may be the second touch before they even got the proposals back from my competitors. So now I'm already in front of them twice before my competitors in front of them once. So that responsiveness is extremely important.
Yeah, I mean, you can't underestimate that. I mean, one of the things I've always built my career on, frankly, is to be way beyond responsive.
Yep.
Like, and I'm not saying everyone needs to do what I'm about to describe because it's way out there. Like but if I'm on vacation, like I was in Indonesia in the middle of a jungle living on a boat, and I had cell service. I was responding to people at 2, 3 in the morning there.
Yep.
Now, am I saying everyone should do that? Probably not, because you don't have like a balance of work life, right?
Yep.
Which I get.
Exactly.
But people always know I've always got their back.
Yep.
And I'm always, if I can't get to them quickly, I'll get them to somebody who can help them.
Yep. And that's extremely important as well, because we all understand that in this industry, in any industry for that matter, you're moving a million miles a minute, all different directions, video calls, phone calls, emails, IMs. There's a lot to manage. But even if I'm in the middle of a meeting and I can't get to that call with that partner at that moment, for sure I'm following up as soon as physically possible. And that's where, a lot of folks miss that mark. They're calling you to sell your services. And if you're taking 24 to 48 hours to get back to these folks, they are already on to the next one.
Absolutely. Well, that was pretty good timing. We've got like 30 seconds left. Any final pieces of advice before we get electroshocked in our chairs because we went over time?
I think one thing that is commonly overlooked is just having pride in yourself, your work, and your company, and being able to deliver the best physical product and outcome for your clients.
Awesome. That was fantastic. And by the way, this was our first one we've done. So no one can take that away from you, Ryan.
Right on the mark. Number 1.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining, Ryan. Everyone, we'll be back again with another 5-minute episode here real soon. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Ira.